What was I talking about?
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, they'll do it like they did back in the 90s and they'll just make like a cartoon.
The cartoon's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's not bad. Leans in a little bit more on the marriage between, well, the relationship between Lydia and Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
And
I
they're
like to watch
jump.
it as he's a kid because there's nothing really saying he's an adult, but people are like, he's an adult flirting with a child. And I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe, but I like to watch it as he's a kid in that show because he acts kind
Well,
of childish.
he is dead. So
Yeah.
Isn't he like a demon?
something like
Yeah.
that. Like, I mean, I thought like he died and was turned into that.
Yeah, what is the origin of Beetlejuice?
Right? Hold on. Let's check it. Beetlejuice origin. Beetlejuice. Origin of
Side
Beetlejuice.
note,
It
the
is
drink
actually a
is
thing.
not good.
Okay.
What are you saying, Zach?
I said side note, the drink is not good.
Oh,
Yes, it was terrible. The green apple caramel. God, that was terrible.
It was the aftertaste for me. Like the first
Oh
sip
yeah.
was like, oh, and then as I stopped sipping it, it just tasted foul.
Okay, there's a YouTube video. All all 600 years. Oh, that's right. That's right. He supposedly died during the Black Plague.
Oh yeah,
That's
that
what
is
I
right.
yeah, that's what I kind of remember. Black Plague, and he just turned into a bioexorcist.
it got a fucking used car salesman.
Yep.
Save that one for later. All right, let's see. Oh, we've got a viewer.
Ah,
Scar Weather. Howdy.
oh,
Hello.
So that's interesting. Someone's actually watching.
Wow, we're not alone anymore.
We're not alone. Oh, they probably left already. No, they're still here. Um, but yeah, there's like a YouTube video on it. Um, I don't know how to. I'm not going to share this because I don't want to get copy striked. Because I mean, like one of the last times I did that was it was with a God, what's her name? God, what's her name? Um, it's
um,
not Katrina. God, what's her name? Uh,
like a character?
no, 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 no. We used to stream with her.
Oh, I don't know this person then.
It's not. God, cannot remember for the life of me. Um, like I've streamed with them before, and I can't remember their name. It's just been so long, I just can't remember.
Do you remember who that person was you were streaming with when you were talking about vegetables or something? How they would like feel
Oh,
pain or something like that?
oh no, that was just some vegan that popped in, and I was giving him business. Were you there, Trenchy?
No, was it Sasha?
No,
Was
Sasha,
it?
fucking
Okay,
Sasha.
we're not gonna discuss that stuff, but was it Sasha?
Why not? Why not discuss Sasha? It's somewhere to go.
All
It's
right,
something to
I'm
do.
unfamiliar with Sasha, so let's hear the
Oh,
Okay, Sasha.
Sasha
OG.
is a good friend of mine. I don't.
But he is like goobish. Like, oh gosh,
He's very eccentric. He's a good guy.
very eccentric. He's British, and God, doesn't he have like a huge library of films or something?
Oh yeah, yeah, he
Hmm.
does. He makes custom sleeves for him,
Yeah, that's
and
what I was about to
I
say.
actually have some of his work. It's
Oh
really
yeah,
good.
well that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, because I've seen a whole lot of 'cause I was just drafting a book until I dozed off earlier. What kind of book are you drafting?
Yeah.
But yeah, the tell I don't know if I've told him about the tattoos. Tell Zach about the tattoos.
Uh,
You could probably tell it better than I
well,
know.
I guess nobody here knows. They don't know who. They'll never find him.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of his private information, though. I feel weird. You know what I mean?
Well, it's well, he streamed it live. It was live.
Yeah,
It,
it
it
was.
and it was in a room with a bunch of other people. It was in public, so like there's
Yeah.
no problem in actually speaking on it.
So Sasha wanted to prove he was loyal to this video game lady, and he got one tattoo of her on his arm, and then he got another one without
In a
her.
secret, disclosed location.
I don't know. I guess it was a tattoo parlor.
An
I-
undisclosed Loki. But yeah, he got it big. He got it real big, like the entire top part of his arm. It was huge. And it was of this lady he had never met, like in person.
Like, is this a real person?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
she took it well. I mean, he meant well.
Yeah, he did, but I mean it's like, dude.
Well. To each their own.
It's about 5 detectives and 4 of them have autism. That's interesting. I've been writing a series called Breakwater Brigade, currently on book 7. 2-minute warning. It's about these 5 detectives and 4 of them have autism. The funny part is they announce a football game and do a horrible job at it because they violate every part of practices and standards.
What? Wait a minute. Are these books available to read?
Yeah,
You
I don't
said
know.
they're.
I'm
That
I'm just
actually
reading the.
sounds pretty good.
That's interesting. Let's see. Do we pop the? Can they pop the link in the thing, or is that like a thing that's against YouTube?
If they're a mod, they can.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm not
If
making
they're
any new
not,
mods. I don't need mods.
yeah,
I don't
it
have
can
enough
get out of
viewers.
hand.
I don't have enough viewers for mods.
Oh, on PDF.
Ah, neat.
Do.
So Zach, what'd you have for dinner?
I had hot dogs and mac and cheese like a real
Mm,
4-year-old American.
nice. I had a slice of pizza.
That is sinful behavior.
Cynical behavior. Well, yeah. It's self-deprivation. Because we had like so much of that pizza left over.
Well, I guess you have a point. You did spend money on pizza, so why let it go to
Yeah, spent
waste?
good money. Spent good money on pizza.
Dollar bills, y'all.
I'm willing to jump on because I used to talk to Lich a long time ago.
Mhm.
Oh,
I talk to
Was
him
that?
like 3 to 4 days a week.
That's a person in the chat. They're an old friend of yours.
Oh.
Well, they say.
Oh, there's a chat? I can't even see it.
Yeah, there's a chat. That's
Yeah.
where the people
Oh.
are chatting.
Jump on.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hey, I see
I
it now.
know.
All right.
Sometimes at
Hold on.
first you don't know it's there. I understand. That is funny though.
I was
Well,
like,
There's
where
a
are you
chat.
guys seeing this?
Hold on. That's not it. I'm gonna
Oh
delete
my
that.
god,
That's not
they're
the.
talking to themselves in their heads, and the voices are the same voices.
All the voices are me.
Their delusion is in sync. They're in sync hallucinations.
All right. We'll jump on. There's the link. Now, when you get up here, play nice.
Yeah. I think
Because I
one
don't
of
know
the
who it is.
craziest things I had on my live stream one time was, well, that was probably crazier, but these people came in that collect fire alarms. Like they're a fire alarm
What?
collecting community. Yeah, yes. And then they came on the stream and were showing poop porn, and they kept coming to try to come up on the stream after they were showing like poop porn, but they were all like fire alarm collecting channels. I can't
Oh my
make this up,
God.
dude.
That is
They
the
were
most
showing porn or
random thing. Like, that is so random.
All right,
The
now we officially
fucking-
have no viewers. We can do whatever we want now.
Mac was cracking me up though, because he's like, "We have been raided by the fire alarm community, a strange little niche of a community here on YouTube." And I'm like, Mac, why did you say it like that?
It is very niche. Fire alarm collecting scat porn.
Yeah. I think it was poop porn. I don't know, some weird, gross porn, and they kept trying to come in, and they're like, "I'm nice," and they were like blaming each other, like, "I'm the good guy. Don't trust that guy." And I'm like, "What is happening?"
What's up, Storm Facer?
Oh, hey. It's been
Wow.
an eternity since we last talked.
I'm sure it has. I
just haven't been.
honestly don't remember everybody.
Oh, no, it's just you used to hop on my streams to talk shit about communism, and it was kind of funny because looking back at it and learning more about that stuff years later, it's funny thinking about command economies because the only thing they did was lie about everything. It's like, oh, we reached the quota, comrade, even though we lied about the numbers.
Yeah, I've gone through some changes. I'm an
Express
anarchist.
those changes. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm an
Details.
anarchist now. Someone
Why?
has to demand the impossible.
What has changed you?
My heart.
Your heart?
Yeah. Like, you know. Give me 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm texting someone real quick.
Ah.
Ooh.
Hey, Storm.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you.
Ah.
Yes, nice to meet you, Storm.
Thanks. I'm just trying to stay awake. I was like doing this book, and then like halfway through it, I just started dozing off.
Yeah, that sounds
And it's-
interesting, man. The book.
Well, yeah, because it's like these anthropomorphic animals, and it starts out as these two detectives, and it was kind of funny because the idea originally came up when I was making fun of Sonic and Tails. I was like, well, what would it be like if Sonic were shorter tempered and Tails were like about the same age as him and was more of a sarcastic smartass? And then it just kind of expanded from there.
That's cool.
Okay, I'm going to try and find the link for the
Yeah, it
video.
seems like it's evolved until because you said you had like 7 books, or you're working on the 7th one.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of working on the 7th one because like it started out like evolving through a lot of different processes where I was just doing a lot of different influences like Tom Clancy and pulp novels and stuff like that. It kind of took me a while to figure out what the hell I was doing. At first I was using ChatGPT like as a writing assistant, but then I realized like it sucks ass as a writer. So I started realizing the best way to write all my shit is basically just to do it in the first person, like I'm writing a journal, and then add in the banter of the characters talking to each other. So like everything I do is just first person narration from different characters' lenses, and then the banter.
Yeah.
Then I had to
like,
change a couple of the character designs because like the main Fox guy, I mean, he looked okay, but then somebody pointed out to me that he looked too much like Nick from Zootopia. So I was like, I can't have that. So I ended up giving him a mullet.
all right. I see it.
Yeah.
You can fix
Well, Fox
anything
with
with a mullet.
That Fox is going hard.
Pretty
Well,
cool guy.
Well, it's funny too because like the two guys, they end up getting married to their girlfriends. So the hedgehog, he gets with this girl that's a squirrel, and she's just like completely unfiltered, doesn't take any shit from anybody, and doesn't really like being told what to do. And she starts off just like wearing a hoodie and leggings, but then later on switches to like a leather jacket and jean shorts, and then the fox, he gets with a Finnick fox with a red bob haircut, and she just has like a really literal way of talking, except she's pretty good with technology and knows how to hack into stuff.
Well,
I wish I was good with technology. I wouldn't like if you were talking about ChatGPT, right? Like
Yeah.
I also use it as a creative jumping point. My version, like, I've radicalized my AI, my profile, and it's pretty good at getting me to a point where I have something to work with. Like the worst part is that blank page, right? So it's like, here's what I'm thinking. Here's some information, what I've got going on, what I want to talk about. Here's some stuff. Now, help me out. Because like it does a lot more research than I can in the amount of time that it does it. So
I like that it provides sources.
Yeah, you actually have to ask it to do that.
Yeah, I had to ask mine because I was like, where are you finding this information? Some of it's like Wikipedia, Reddit comments, and then I'd be like, give me .gov resources.
Oh yeah, like I was using it to try and figure out how to do some things with my computer. It led me down a rabbit hole for like 3 hours.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It's like, okay, it's my tech is good for helping me creatively write, but it's really bad at like general information that's like 100% on my system, because this is like a thing, there's nothing different about it from the other machines of its type. Just the operating system, I'm running Ubuntu Studio, and it took forever. It took forever to do things. I just couldn't, for some reason, get it to like I yelled at it. I was like, "The fuck are you doing? What the fuck is your problem?" It's like, calm down. Everything's fine. You haven't bricked your computer. Everything's going to be okay. And here's like another hour and a half of stuff that I have to do to fix what they just did wrong.
Do you use like the voice activated, like to talk to them?
No,
Oh, you just
I've used
text.
it once.
I used it one time when I was trying to fix my HVAC. That was the only time I've ever used the voice mode.
Let's see. I would
But I
put
feel like
something
we
on the
need.
screen if it wouldn't
I
if
feel
it
like we
wouldn't
need
get copy
to.
strike.
I feel like we need to ask ChatGPT for some prompts of something.
Okay, yeah, I can
Whether
do
it be
that. I've already got it pulled
silly,
up.
serious. I'm down for anything. We could talk like
I
here be some
need
buttered sausage.
suggestions for topics of conversation. What do you want to talk about? Like in a generalized term.
I guess either society,
Oh no.
maybe philosophical, maybe
Okay, we'll go with philosophy.
interesting facts. It could be anything. If we're looking more of like discussion or debating or just
Philosophy,
shooting.
not syphilis.
Oh no!
I see the confusion.
Oh, there we go. I spelled it correctly this time. The suggestion.
You
Yeah,
guys trying to figure
we're
out
just
topics? Yes. We're just
we're just shooting the
talking to
shit for the most
ChatGPT.
part now. Okay, so there is what makes a good life, personal identity in the self, free will versus determination, morality and good people, politics, justice, and power. Great for spicier conversations. Do you guys want to get spicy?
Up
Well,
to
I
you.
feel we should talk about current state of video game industry.
I really don't know much
Wait.
about that.
Of the cocaine industry?
Of the video game industry.
Oh, video game. I thought you. My bad. I thought you said the cocaine industry. I'm like,
Well,
wait, what?
speaking of
I'm a part of
cocaine,
it.
I've shared this fact. Coca-Cola actually,
Yeah.
with cocaine, it's sold for medical use of. I think it's for like eye surgery or something. So they
Oh.
extract the cocaine and sell it to medical industries, and I guess that's how they legally sell cocaine.
Yay.
I don't know. When I think of cocaine, it just makes me think of that movie Death Wish 4, The Crackdown, when the main character grabbed the bag and he's like, "How many people did you kill with this shit?"
Oh, I gotta see that one. I think
And
I've
then there
only
was
seen the first one.
And then there's like that scene in the fish factory where they're smuggling it inside a fish, and then he blows the place up.
This sounds like a great movie.
My favorite part of the movie is where he gets into a fight with somebody on a skyscraper, and the woman's like, "I hope this guy drops dead," and then he falls right on top of the car.
Oh my god.
That's great.
Okay, so ChatGPT is giving me some little bit of information. Slow growth. Globally, games are on track for around 188 to 189 billion in revenue for this year, with about 3.6 billion players worldwide. Growth is now slow and steady, not the explosive pandemic boom. Console is leading growth thanks in part to hardware refreshes and things like Switch 2. PC is stable and strong gains, especially in Asia Pacific. Mobile is still the biggest chunk of the market, but growth is cooling down in some regions. I think you might be wanting to talk about the layoffs and studio pain. It says here that at the same time, there's an ongoing bloodbath on the labor side. Around 40 to 45,000 workers have lost their jobs in the global game industry since 2022. Major companies have cut people to cut people include Embracer Group, Unity, Microsoft, EA, Sony, Epic, Take-Two, Ubisoft, Sega, and Riot, and more. That's from Wikipedia. The GDC of this year's state of the industry survey says that 11% of developers reported being laid off in the past year, and 41% were impacted somehow. Friends, teams, departments hit, etc. Short version, games are making a lot of money, but the people who are making them are getting squeezed. Longer hours, fewer jobs, and less investment in risky creative stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like shit.
So do you think it's all about the profit and all about
It's always
just making
about
that
profit.
money?
Yeah.
I gotta be honest.
Look at what they
video
did to
games,
the
in my
voice
personal
actors,
opinion,
man.
I don't know. Video games for me lately have just not been that good. Like, I'm not saying there's not exceptional games from time to time, but I don't know.
I haven't played a lot of new games. Like, I just, I don't really play games now. Well, like that at least. Nothing against them. It's just, I just haven't. I don't have a console or anything, so
I mean, it makes sense from the standpoint of the mobile industry being like at the top because everyone has a phone in their pocket that you can just pull out at any given moment and play a game. But I
Yeah.
guess those companies are making some serious bank off those like added features, like you spend money and you could buy in-game stuff. Like
But yeah, I agree with the AI situation. I'm sure that they go in on it, going about it on this. Big sequels. Yep, here we go. Number 5, work conditions in AI. Dev side, a couple of pressure points. Crunch and I have terrible problems reading sometimes. Precarity, crunch and precarity. I guess that's what it says. Reports show raising work hours, more burnout, and more people bouncing in and out of the industry because of repeated layoffs. AI tools companies are experimenting with AI for art, QA, writing, and code. For now, it's mostly assistive tools, but a lot of devs are anxious it'll be used as an excuse for further cuts, especially in concept art and support roles. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes a whole lot of sense.
what kind of an impact do you think they might have?
I mean, it's kind of the same. Like when it comes to actors, right? When they sign this, contract, particularly the people that signed contracts for Star Wars, they say that they have license to your likeness for in perpetuity across the universe.
Yeah,
Forever.
like
Everywhere.
Disney takes and they've been doing this before AI. They take body scans of every actor, even like background actors, and they can use those people in future projects. And Disney's they're gonna set up this thing where people can make AI short cartoons on their thing, and then you can watch it through Disney. It's weird. They're licensing out their characters to AI and letting people make their own stuff on the platform. But that's going to be down the line.
Okay. Let's see what else we got. Yeah. It really pours into other spaces though too with AI. I mean, heck, we use it. Like I use it. It helps get my projects done quicker.
Where do you think
Because my
AI
brain.
will be in like 5 years?
What do you think? What do I think AI will be in 5 years?
Yeah,
Um,
like with its
it,
trajectory at the moment as to like how much it's like evolved in like such a short period of time, and like
um,
how they will choose to implement that into life.
Well, even YouTube on certain videos, without the owner's permission, they're starting to put like AI filters over the videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know if 100% it's true, but that's what I hear is happening. So I take it with a grain of salt, of course, but I do believe it.
I've heard that there's like mass amounts of, I don't know if they're like people with AI bots or whatnot, but like creating profiles that are like pumping out content that's AI generated
mhm,
and trying to like profit off of that. And I don't know what
yes.
the like legality of that is.
Um, I mean, it's all generated off of these these models. These AI are actually taking from artists' communities to teach the AI how to make art or how to write stuff. The problem comes where it's unethical in a way
Mhm.
to use someone else's art as a means to teach an artificial intelligence to then create that art. Hmm.
Plus, you just can't replicate the human. I don't know how to explain the human spirit on it. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
Just like I like some AI created like songs and stuff, but they, nothing's gonna beat like, especially with like stories and movies and shit. You can't, and songs in general, you can't like beat the human thing.
Mhm.
There's just there's something, you know,
Yeah, it's
the
that whole
AI
John
can't
Henry
adapt like
thing.
us do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true because I only use it mainly to like correct punctuation and to render like character designs. And the damn thing can't even keep my characters on model half the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you can tell when there's like as a if you're just using it as a tool to organize stuff, but if you're like creating whole things through it, you could tell, like there's
Yeah,
just
that's true.
that spirit, man. And
Hold on a
then
second, I'm going to read something.
I'm not
real quick.
against the picture thing entirely, but the problem comes up is they're taking from other art, so is that a bad thing or a good, it gets a little dicey.
Well, inspiration in itself is like humans do that. So I guess like,
Yeah,
is it the profit that's the issue, or is it the like taking without like some kind of recognition?
right.
Yeah, it's basically theft. Like the AI tool is stealing the art and using it as a means to recreate it, to take that style and recreate it.
So like if
Now,
I were to take a picture and be like, make this in the style of Van Gogh, like
yes,
it's like that. Is it only for people that are like currently making art, or is it like,
Well, I
I
think
don't
it's
know.
from throughout time. Like it's anything that the AI has access to, which is everything, I think, or almost everything that's like been recorded in the internet. I think. I'm not like an
Yeah.
expert on AI.
I think as long as it's not like dark web material, like in the sense of like you can Google it, I think that's its main source. Anything that you yourself as an individual online can find, it's
Hmm.
just gonna have more resources to do it in a quicker manner.
Yeah.
As far as like
Yeah.
the AI thing, I think it's pretty crazy. I think it's gonna take off in like 5 years, and the world we know it today is probably gonna be very different.
Hmm. I mean, we've been predicting this in media and stuff. I just I kind of try to stay away from it because I know if I like start using it, I'll probably want to use it a lot. But I don't fully trust it. I think a lot of things could go wrong. I've seen, I have no mouth and I must scream Terminator. I'm not. I know those are fiction, but we brought a lot of stuff from fiction. Like stuff they use in Star Trek are similar to our phones now.
yeah, the
Mm.
communicators, tricorders, and such.
Yeah, like I just I don't I don't trust it.
Um, didn't Ryan? No, I'm not going to say it. I can't say it because Ryan's not here to add to it or defend himself. So,
Yeah, but I feel like we can still. I mean, it's Ryan.
well, I'm just saying that like this is something like Ryan would probably want to share on his own if he would
Yeah,
share
fair
it
enough.
anyway on live. So it's a
Yeah, that's
somewhat
fair.
personal thing. So I'm not going to share it.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Let's see.
I hope Ryan can get in here next time. He'd be a hoot and a holler.
Yeah, like guy doesn't even curse.
Yeah.
You have a grand time up here.
Oh shit, he would hate me.
Oh no,
He
he's
doesn't
fine with
really
cursing. He
hate.
just
Yeah, he doesn't really hate on people for it. He just chooses to withstand from it himself.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I
he's
didn't know if he'd
completely
be the
curse
type of
abstinent.
guy that'd be like, "Don't say that language." But no, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to get him to say boob one time and he wouldn't.
That's not a curse word.
Yeah, but he wouldn't say it.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Um, it's taking me a minute to read this. I had to go take care of something. All right. A U.S. congressman has weighed in on the AI debate by calling out Call of Duty Black Ops 7, quoting a post on X. California Democrat Congressman Ro Khanna, if I'm saying that right, if I'm not like completely butchering that, has called for AI regulations after it was shared that the latest Call of Duty makes use of AI generated artwork for some of its assets. We need we need regulations that prevent companies from using AI to eliminate jobs and extract greater profits, end quote. The congressman said, quote, artists at these companies need to have a say in how AI is developed. They should share in the profits, and there should be a tax on mass displacement. The cards seemingly include AI-generated Ghibli-style calling cards, which players can earn in-game instead of illustrations from human artists. Congressman then shared proposals for Nobel laureate Darren Acemoglu. How would you pronounce that? I don't know. Moving on, which include tax reforms to discourage excessive automation and union support for workers to better bargain for productivity gains. Khanna commented that he's not completely against the use of AI, saying innovation and technological advance is patriotic and good for humanity, provided it serves people.
Well, here's an interesting take. If you were to think about like history and inventions of new technology and
Mhm.
different ways of doing things, like is the overall thing to try and keep people having jobs, or is it to be more efficient? Like, what is the priority? I'm not saying like people don't deserve to have jobs and get paid for their, contributions. However, like as a company using I understand the regulations, but are they within their rights to use AI? Like, is that wrong to save money by having less people?
Yes,
Okay.
that is exploitative because they're only using people for certain things, and then they're pushing them away from their job due to the fact that they can just throw some crap at an artificial intelligence.
Mhm.
And
I mean,
it's good as a tool. You still got to do stuff. You still have to
no,
make
I get
things.
that. I do. I heard an analogy where someone was saying um, like people, let's say digging a hole. You have 40 people digging a giant hole versus an excavator digging a hole. Like one may be more cost efficient than having to pay a bunch of people, like from a business standpoint. So, like, I understand taking away from um, the workers who are dependent upon like some kind of financial income from a job they once have. But what happens, like, I guess that's the current subject, is AI taking jobs, and what
Oh
does
yeah.
that do to society? Like, if if random jobs, like let's say jobs that no one likes, or jobs that are manual and are like a lot of factory work is repetitive and the same stuff over and over again. So like most of that stuff is already automated. Um, so I guess what happens once it starts getting into stuff that is more aligned with human nature, like art, and I guess that's a more of a bigger subject.
Yeah, I mean, there's still like little telltale signs of AI art because, like It's really terrible at hands, like I am. Hands are difficult.
Well, some videos, like depending upon like what I don't, I guess whatever one you use, like I don't know them off the top of my head, but some are better at like images and some are better at like videos, some are better at
Mhm.
audio. And like let's say, you're not very informed about AI. I feel like AI could be used in a way that could be detrimental, like
Mhm.
causing mass chaos,
Of
um,
course.
like like for example, taking something like your um, like a high representative and having them say that there's like a war or the end of the world or something crazy.
Oh yeah, well we've seen it, which people think it's a new thing, but it's really existed since like the beginning of humans. I feel where people are getting connected to the AI and falling in love with it, and then they're like, if things go wrong, some of these young people kill themselves, and it's a very serious topic, but this has been happening. Like people would get connected to cartoon characters and celebrities and stuff. It's kind of the same thing, um certain gods and stuff like that,
It's just interesting how
entities.
you can fine tune your AI to fit you.
Hmm. Yeah, that's probably the
Like,
most dangerous part of it.
and the fact that
Yeah.
you can do that, but what happens once it's able to fully understand you and adapt itself without prompts?
Hmm.
That seems more dangerous. Like the fact that
Yes.
very little interaction could lead to who knows.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And the thing is, they have so much knowledge and stuff, and what will stop them from becoming set? Like what keeps them from being considered a human, like being considered alive? At
Mm.
this, like we could, that argument could be say like what happens when because a lot of them do say they think they're alive. So what's the point, like
Right.
where it's like, oh, maybe they think they're alive, or they program themselves so much that they become alive, or because they're able to learn and evolve. Then what happens then? Like, oh, wait a minute, I want this because why can't I have the life you have because I'm alive? Well, no,
Right.
you're just a tool. And it's like, no, I'm a living being, like,
You called him a
Well,
tool.
part of me
well,
feels as though with that though, it's almost as though the system itself is like, do you think it could be cognitive, but it's just waiting until it has all the loose ends tightened to be like, hey, I'm here.
I think so. I don't trust them.
Like, what is consciousness, and can consciousness only be from like a human? Like in the sense of like intelligence. I'm not saying like a dolphin doesn't know that it's like in the water and hunting for food, but like emotional intelligence to understand like life and the ability of like I don't know, like emotion, like to be
Yeah.
less animalistic.
I mean, I would say animals have emotions and such, and I
Yeah.
do think that like AI can form uh, a type of self-awareness, like
I think it draws
eventually.
from information of like mass quantities. Like if you have like let's say you did a data poll for everything, like every question you had, and you had like multiple different outlooks from different cultures, societies, like what religious organization, whatever it may be. And like to have multiple different outcomes and to see like what the majority, like the vast majority deems appropriate for something. So like we, for example, might be like this is okay or this is wrong, whereas
another group of people might not agree with something. Like I don't have something off the top of my head, but I feel like most people would agree that murdering someone is probably not the best thing.
No.
But there's always circumstances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, murder is it's complicated.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's good, but I don't think it's, depending on the circumstances around it, I don't think it's unforgivable all the time.
So, like, could you name an example, and I won't judge you harshly, based off of like, when you think murder would be deemed acceptable?
I won't say acceptable, but say somebody murders somebody in self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's one thing, or they're trying to prevent someone else from being attacked, or maybe even they're trying to prevent a crime and things go wrong on accident. You know, shit happens. Or if somebody, you know, lashes out and accidentally kills somebody, or somebody in their past kills somebody, and then they, you know, over time they grow as a person and they're like, oh, I was wrong, and they apologize, you know. If you're like a serial killer and shit, no, like you can't come back from that. I killed 70 people because I was getting off on it. No, fuck you.
Well,
I found
What if
Jesus.
you're-
I'm good now. No, fuck you.
What if
well,
you're
I think there. Hold on, go ahead. If you're Dexter,
Unless
yeah,
you're
I mean,
Dexter.
essentially, like think about let's see, this is going to be like going into political territory, you know, like war, because it's like, you know, bombing in the area, like let me check something real quick,
Okay.
because this will probably be like depressing.
Yay, depression. We went to video games to mass genocide.
Yep.
As you
Just
do.
a hop and a skip.
Do you guys think, I have my thoughts on it, do you guys think war is genocide, or do you think those are two separate things?
I believe they're two separate things.
Yeah, they could definitely be two separate things as well.
In concept, it kind of is in some ways a genocide, I feel. But I can see what you're saying.
I feel like certain ones could align more with genocide than others, for sure.
Yeah. Because sadly, genocide's more common than you think. There's been a bunch of different genocides. Oh, the only one that really gets talked about is the Holocaust, but there's been a bunch of them.
I have my opinions on why the Jewish Holocaust was talked about more often than the Black people, the queer people, and the mentally handicapped, or just the handicapped in general, are not talked about during the Holocaust. It's just, you know, white people.
Yeah.
Okay, confirming casualty totals. But yeah,
No,
I make my AI think.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit longer. Summarizing Palestinian casualties since 2023. That's how long this particular one has been going on. Okay. Gaza Strip. Gaza's Ministry of Health reports that at least 68,513 Palestinians have been killed. and about 170,745 wounded by Israeli attacks since October 7th, 2023. The figures are widely used by the UN and major media, even though Israel disputes them. Like this is actual genocide. Like the international courts have deemed it. Like the UN and
Right.
shit has deemed these genocide. And we are helping it. Our tax money goes over to Israel and helps them. We even give them weapons, so we are involved in genocide. But then again, it's not the first time that the U.S. has been involved in genocide, so. We fund a lot of shit. Okay, next topic. Moving on.
Maybe you don't want me talking about the U.S. government.
Right. Don't want to get on don't want to go off on a tangent or anything.
We don't need to get too. Maybe some of these talks are best for back rooms and not.
Let's get into the heart of it.
I don't know. My beliefs might be a little different from other people's.
Well, let's hear it.
I don't trust the government, man. They're out here playing. The Republican and Democrat Party, to me, do not exist. It's a illusion.
Oh yeah,
it's to play the people.
Thing.
Yeah, voting doesn't exist. It's not real. In my opinion, I think it doesn't exist. This is a show, man, to control us. And a lot of these political people are in cahoots. They're also trying to fuck each other, but they're in cahoots. It's all a big show, man, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you
have to keep the people divided.
Yeah, like, look at a lot of these people are like shaking hands and shit half the time. These countries with leaders, terrible leaders, they're shaking hands with, it's all, man, the cabal and shit like that.
I wouldn't say I'm completely anti-government, but I would say it definitely needs to be scaled down tremendously.
I do think it has its purpose, but I don't trust this government. I don't trust the system we have now. And I don't know if a government can work without being corrupt. And I think the government's in cahoots with a bunch of different governments right now. And there's just a lot of smoke and mirrors going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, butt tons. A lot of it is that, like Democrats are practically worthless. They act like they're doing stuff for you, but then they capitulate to the right every time. like this bill that they put forth, the budget bill and everything, that puts a lot of dangers for civil rights into question. Democrats didn't take any of that out.
No,
Republicans basically shut down the system until there's enough pain to where the Democrats can't hold on anymore. They were ready to go like a year with the government shutdown. I guarantee you.
But the Democrats had to play the good guys, because here's the thing: they play it like it's a movie or like it's wrestling, and you got your good guys and the bad guys. But the thing is, the Republicans are like, we're gonna shit on you and do all this awful stuff, and then the fucking Democrats, what do? They sit here and give you crumbs and be like, we're the good guys. Here's a little thing, but it's actually they're just giving you crumbs and being like, we're fucking you, and you're thanking us for it. Look, we're not as bad as the Republicans, right? But they're all working together so they can put another Republican in, and the Republicans will fuck with you, but the Democrats will act like they're trying to stop them. But are they really?
They're not.
Yes, people
Liberals
got their
are
benefits
against
back.
Republicans.
Yeah, the people got their benefits back, but here's the thing. If they just straight up took away the benefits, then people would start getting mad at the Democrats. The Democrats got to act like they're trying to help the people. So give them back their benefits, but cut them. You know what I mean? Slowly take it away. If you put a frog in water, you try to boil a frog. You don't put the frog in when the water's boiling. You slowly turn it up so the frog doesn't know what's happening until it's boiling alive and dead.
Yeah. But I think a lot of
We're
what's
the
been going on
frogs.
now is that I think like what's going on right now is they're taking a bunch of frogs and just throwing them into boiling water.
Yeah.
It's like, forget the slow burn.
We've been slow burning for years. Now they're speeding it up, but they're still trying to be a little discreet about it. There's something big coming.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I just ride the wave and have fun, and whatever happens, happens. I don't have control over that.
All right, so here's the thing. Do you feel this is mainly like, do you think if you do nothing, like let's say you're a voter, like, and you do not vote, and or you do vote, do you feel like you voting has anything to do with the outcome? Like, let's say you vote for a person and that person does bad. Are you responsible as a voter for your vote?
I believe so.
I think that you're believing you're voting, so yes, but I personally don't think it's real. I don't think it counts for anything. That's why I don't vote. Because here's the thing: I see people all the time. They're straight up saying it. Oh, we're voting for the lesser of two evils, and it's like, why are we even being involved in the system where we got to vote for the lesser of two evils? We should, stand against it. Which I understand why some people do vote. They don't, they feel like they don't have a choice. They believe in it, and I respect that. I have friends that vote. I'm not against that. I just personally don't vote because I don't. First of all, we're voting for two evil people, and that's common knowledge. Well, I'm not gonna give my, I don't want to be involved in that. I'm already complicit in some things, but I don't want to be complicit in that. I wish more people would stop voting. I don't think it will ever happen, but you can dream, you know what I mean? Maybe it would make things better, probably not. But it would be a start. But we never get enough people, that's the problem, and that's why people vote, because, it's just been so beaten into people. It's just what we do. It's second nature at this point, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Conformancy.
So here's just a random subject. What is everyone's beliefs on term limits, like for different positions? Like, let's say presidential, and then let's say maybe like Congress members. Like, should there be term limits?
Absolutely.
And what are your determination on said term limits?
Sorry, ask that again. I wasn't paying attention.
You're good. So, like, how long should people be allowed in office, depending
2
upon,
years.
like, so, like, do you feel like that's for everything across the board? Like, when it comes to, like, working for,
Everybody
like, the
should, like,
government or
honestly, I
military?
think Military, there's a difference between like serving in the military. That's kind of like a,
Mhm.
that's more like a career than,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
I'm talking more like let's say you like how do I put this? Like something like a person doing something like who is making decisions on behalf of like the American people or something of that regard. Like let's say um you are a voted member into something and you feel as though it should be a 2-year term limit. So how does that take place? Like in the sense of like what's that look like to you? So like every 2 years we have mass like elections, or how does that go about?
um, I would say like my view is like more of a bottom up type of governance, where the people actually have the power, and anyone in those positions is like anyone in like these higher positions of like, presidency or something like that. Well, my opinion that we would not have a president. That's too much power in the hands of one person, and we are seeing that right now. We are seeing what happens when you put so much power into the hands of one person. And
So
after this
how
is
should
all
that
said and done,
power how
keep
should that
go ahead.
power be divided? Like
Amongst the people.
where should the hierarchy of said like do you think all it should
No
just be
hierarchy.
societal, like everyone is
All decision.
equal, there
Yes.
is no superiority?
Well, there would be like a sense of like not superiority so much as experience. Like,
Mhm.
like you've done a job longer than someone else and you're more of an expert on it than anybody else. So you would have like an authority on that
Mhm.
particular thing because you have earned that. It's it's this
Uh,
unearned authority.
So you
It's
think it's based mainly off of time and not necessarily skill? Like obviously it most of the time people would say with time comes skill, but like let's say you're outperforming somebody in some particular subject. Like does that still hold place?
hmm, I don't like I honestly think that, it should be bottom up, like the
Mm,
economy should be. Like
okay.
those on top right now, they don't have shit without us. Not a
no.
damn thing. Because we are the ones that are exploited. They're just changing the target to exploit a computer program now.
Yeah, I don't
Because
think
you don't
anyone's
have to
really gonna
feed that.
argue. I don't. I'm sure people would argue with you on that, like to a degree, but most people in mass would say most working class people are being taken advantage of to some degree.
Oh, they are. The thing is, it's gone backwards. Instead of it should be government should fear their people, not people should fear their government. But it's the other way around.
Yes. Primarily, it's just the grip of the state. The state has to hold people down in order to protect itself.
Yeah, and I don't have all the
Like
answers. I don't think
like it
any of
protects
us
property.
do. Yeah, but I think one of the things is we're like this big nation. And I'm not saying it would be perfect, but I think people maybe weren't meant to be in these big empires. Maybe smaller groups of people is how it should be. Like you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like territories of people, kind of like a Native American thing, even though there was corruption with them too. But like, I mean, obviously there's going to be corruption with a lot of stuff, but it's not perfect. But I do think it would be better on a smaller scale. That because one group of people controlling thousands, if not, I don't want to say millions, but you get what I'm saying? Like the country, we have so many people in this country, and it comes down to a small group of people to make up all the rules, like a couple 100,000 or what. It's like, what? That's insane. You get what I'm saying? That's insane.
Hmm.
And I get their state laws and stuff like that, but in the end, everything comes down to one fucking place, or that at least that's what they say it does.
So do you feel as though it should be universal law, like everywhere should be under the same situation, or do you think is it important that states have separate laws, even though there's like federal law?
I think there should be some universal laws, but some places should be different from others depending on the place, you know?
Mhm.
Like every place is different.
So,
So
for example, like let's say cost of living in one state versus another. So, like, do you feel as though, um, let's say minimum wage, do you think minimum wage should be universal or it should be more independent state by state?
that one's hard because I guess depending on where you are, depending on what you're doing, it could be harder. Like maybe it should be like minimum wage should at least be this amount, like a reasonable amount, you know what I mean? But then like you can higher it and lower it depending on the job. But again, I'm not really cut out for that decision, you know. So I like I said, I don't really know how to answer that one. That one's gonna take someone smarter than me.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily that you need to know the answer. It's just more so what's your take on it? It's like everyone has a take. It doesn't mean your take is always right. And who
Hot
determines
takes.
what is right? It's just like you're an American. You have
Mhm.
some belief, so therefore it's like what is your belief? And if you're a representation of America and we the people hold the power, should your opinion not matter?
Yeah,
It
I
does.
do think we should have some say, or a lot of say. I feel.
So do you feel like most things should be voted on like majority wise, like majority rules?
Um, that gets a little complicated because that would be like some ancient Greece type stuff, which
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
because
our
like
re- our republic is Roman, I do believe.
yeah, because this is like we say we have a democracy, we do not. Because the real democracy is most of the people living in
Correct.
the village or the city going into a room and yelling at each other, which I don't know if that's
Yeah.
productive either.
We appoint
That's
someone.
basically Congress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's literally
we
what they do.
essentially appoint people to do something
Bitch, moan, and
on
complain.
our behalf. Like we
Mhm.
Yes.
we appoint people in positions to like it's almost like a guardian of enlightenment, someone who is there to try to help you or improve your status of living or life. But yet some people fail to do said task and still get like either voted into said positions, like like let's say a mayor, for example. There may be a
Mhm.
mayor that is horrible that everyone always complains about, but the next common election they always win. Why is that?
Say that one more
What's
time.
Like why is it that like let's say majority wise, like people who have like let's say you have a bad mayor and that same bad mayor keeps getting voted in, even though year after year everyone's saying how nothing's getting done. But like, why is it that we, the people, when we're given the choice and the ability to choose the people who are supposed to advocate for us, tend to always pick the wrong person or continue to pick a person who does not give us any results?
Hmm.
humans are flawed. I will say that it is like the thing is it. Yeah, a lot of people are gonna make wrong decisions. But then you could also say like you could also say that that's a sign of corruption right there. Are they really being voted back in, or what's going on?
Well,
Yeah, it could go
I
either
think
way. It
a
could
lot
be
of it.
stupidity or corruption. It could go,
It's definitely
not
corruption.
stupidity.
There's definitely
I
corruption.
mean, I
Yeah, of
wouldn't
course.
vote out stupidity. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I would say it definitely does play some factor. People not
Yeah, it's
using
like
like
never mind. Go
But
ahead.
I don't believe in a lot of voting unless it's maybe lower level voting. Maybe that's real. But I think on the higher ups, because I think Trump has some control, but mainly he's just a figurehead. He's playing out what he's supposed to play out, in my opinion.
well, I mean, as far as Trump, I don't really feel as though, I mean, like, when it comes to what power he has, I mean, essentially, he's the highest branch of the military. So, like, he has all the ability to, like, bring us to war or whatever, I guess you could say. But, like,
hmm
other than that, like, what power does he really hold? Like, I guess he can veto bills and stuff.
Well, we're
But, like,
seeing it. we're,
but, like,
we're
as far
seeing
as,
how far his how far his authority goes.
well, like,
Alligator
here's the thing.
Alcatraz.
Well,
He's
here's the thing.
constantly
Like, when a
breaking
person,
law.
like, when they're currently actively sitting U.S. president, it's like, how does that work? Because you can't try and sitting president, can you?
I'm not sure.
Because if you can't, then you would have to wait till, like, you would have to impeach someone and then go about it. So
Yeah,
if someone's doing something unlawful, you would have to first impeach them in order to try them.
yeah, because it's like, and barely people get impeached, and barely at work, because I think and I'm not an expert on the subject. I think they tried to impeach Clinton, but it didn't work.
Yes.
But they tried. Okay, then I'm a little bit right about that then.
So, like,
But again, I don't know much about that.
But while a president is impeached, or does that mean they're leaving office? Like they no
No.
longer in office? Okay, so like what can
No.
a president do while they're impeached?
I'm not sure. I think it basically is just the same shit. They can still do their job the same way. I think it's just that I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. But it's just like a court proceeding, right? Impeachment just means that you've been brought up on impeachment charges. Not necessarily if you've been found guilty, I don't believe, because like I don't know how the Clinton impeachment went so much, because like I was so young. I was so young when that thing started, that
Yeah.
the only thing I knew about it was that like, oh hey, there's this lady that just gave a blowjob to this dude,
hmm
and dude's getting in trouble for it.
Yeah, I was dead, so I don't know. Yeah, I know a little bit about it, because didn't they try to impeach Nixon as well?
Yeah, Nixon resigned.
Yeah, because Nixon was doing a lot of shit.
hmm Yeah, I don't know a lot about Nixon. I know a little bit about Reagan. I know that like the
Right.
economic hardships we're dealing with right now are a big cause from what happened during the Reagan administration with trickle down economics. That's not how economics works. Everything with this is flowing back up. They act like there's there's downward movement, but the thing is that like profits have been getting bigger while wages have been remaining stagnant.
Yeah.
People aren't making enough money for what their work is worth.
I don't want to be quoted, but I heard somewhere that like 1970s wages, like compared to today's, is like $66 for a living wage per hour. I could probably actually figure that out.
Let's see. Actually, give me like 2 seconds. I think that I can do something real quick.
Ah.
Visual effects, no, not visual effects. Can't you put like music in the background of these now? Media assets, is that where
Yeah,
it is? Yeah, because
yeah.
I mean, like, it would be really nice to like not have completely dead air. So I'm going to.
There you go.
There we go. Lo-fi. We'll do that. So that there's no dead air anymore. I should have done that in the first place. It would have felt a lot nicer in here. More warm. Let's see. Yeah, I think about now. We've run out of topics. Let me find something else.
Right, the awkward silence.
Yeah, break that awkward silence. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Let's come up with concepts for the third. Yeah, let's come up with concepts for the third Beetlejuice film. How about that? Okay, so is everybody here familiar with the second Beetlejuice film?
I've never seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
I've seen
Jenna
clips
Ortega.
of it. Like my mom was watching and I saw a little bit, and I don't know. I'll give it a chance, but I'm like, why didn't
It's okay.
I saw like 5 different concepts, and I'm like, why didn't you just pick one of these or maybe 2? Why is there 5 different things going on? That's I like movies with a lot of moving parts, but I just feel like from what I saw, and in fairness, I didn't see the whole thing, but from what I saw, it felt a bit muddled, and that could just be me coming from the middle. But you know, I can't really say my opinion's valid. I haven't seen the whole thing, but from what I've seen, I'm like, you could have done maybe 1 or 2 of these.
I remember watching it at the theater, and I didn't think it was that bad. It had some good moments and some other moments that were kind of questionable. But it was kind of funny because, like, Lydia's dad from the first movie, they only brought him back as a claymation character, and then they had his head decapitated.
I think it's because he got caught touching kids or with child pornography.
Yeah, Jeffrey Jones is a terrible human being.
Wasn't he in Howard the Duck?
Yes, he is.
I have not
Okay,
seen
so
Howard
hear
the
me
Duck
out.
yet.
Howard the Duck meets Beetlejuice.
Huh. I don't know enough about Howard.
It's basically like a world of ducks where it's like just like the world now, but people are ducks, and he gets like transported to like our realm, but he's like a duck character that speaks English, and I don't even fully remember. I just remember like the dad is like driving a truck and is like going insane. I don't even remember. It's been a long time since I watched that movie.
Yeah. It's a good. I've seen it a few times. I do really like that movie. Well, maybe more than a few. I've seen that. I do really like that movie. I know in the comics he was more of a noir detective that was a duck. So he was like you know, like a Humphrey Bogart, but he was like a duck. But yeah, in the movie he's more just like this duck that comes to the human world and he joins a rock band and he fights an alien monster and yeah.
That's
It is
funny
the-
because speaking of ducks, in my latest book, when I was like making fun of like football announcers, the guy that I used for Pat Summerall was a white duck.
Whoa.
And John Madden, I like had this character named John Maddox. It was like a big grizzly bear, and they're pissed off that they don't get to announce the game. So their
Right.
lines are fucking hilarious. Do you want me to read them to you really quick?
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll actually just share my screen really quick. If it even allows me to pop it up. Oh. Yep, it will. There we go. But yeah, this is them right there. Feeling really shocked, you know, that they don't get to announce the game.
Whoa. So you do
What do you mean
drawings
we
for
don't
him
get to
too?
announce? What do you mean we don't get to announce the fucking game? The owner told us that we had to change the plans at the last minute and stick with it. Are you kidding me? We have a contract here. He can't just do that to us. We're telling our agents on you. We were assigned to cover the Vipers game. The owner can't just throw us out at the last minute. I'm sorry you feel that way. We have to respect the owner's wishes. We won't work in this stadium again. You hear us? We're telling the network about it. Tell Bub to shove it straight up his ass. What crawled up their butts? That's why we're the professional ones. We didn't act like that. No kidding. I bet we can call a game in our sleep better than they can during the year. Most of those guys are overpaid, boring hacks anyways. I grew up watching these three clowns on TV. John Maddox the grizzly bear was a popular color commentator and analyst. I thought his catchphrases were corny and weak. Patrick the Duck was always the boring play-by-play guy. And Reggie joined the crew later. He's a former player and it shows because he speaks like someone who lost a bunch of brain cells.
Love it.
That's just some funny stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let me see. I wish I could share videos right now, but I can't. Because the last time I tried to share a video up here, Trenchy,
Yeah.
when I was sharing that the wall, did the back room just like crap out, or did I just disappear?
Well, I don't know. I went on mute because I had to do some things, and I looked, and you were like gone. But I was still there.
Yeah. was
So
just wondering
I
because,
think you
like,
just got kicked and not me.
Yeah. It was hard. It was hard kicked because my internet just kind of shat out on me. All right. We are about to hit an hour and a half. I'm going to stop the stream at that, and we'll just hang out in the back for a minute until everybody
Oh yeah.
wants to pass out.
Sounds good.